Okay, so today I want to talk to you about an article that I just read. And it really surprised me. I must say that this surprised me. Even though anything that happens within the court system, it usually doesn't surprise me, this still kind of caught me off guard, so to speak. And I want to know what you think. I want you to take a look at the situation that I'm going to lay out, and I want your opinion. I want to know where you stand. As a person, just a regular person, if you're a truck driver, if you're a freight broker, I really want to know where you stand on this type of issue. Okay? So here is what happened. This driver was driving out on the interstate and he lost his brakes. I didn't say he cut his own brakes. He lost his brakes. And when he lost his brakes, there was a ramp. You know those exit ramps that they have where you can go up these exit ramps and it'll break your speed. Well, for some reason, he missed that exit ramp after he had lost his brakes. And I don't know why he missed it. He could have been, trying to stop the truck after he realized the brakes were lost, and he may have missed it, or he may have just gotten nervous and he missed that ramp. For whatever reason, he missed a ramp. And when he missed that ramp, down in front of him, there was a big stoppage of cars. Of course, he's without brakes, and he rams into those cars. A big fire burst out, and 4 people lose their lives. He is responsible for killing those 4 people. Okay? Now, first of all, that's a very, very tragic event. A tragic accident is how I see it. Those people didn't do anything wrong to lose their lives that way. They're just sitting there in traffic, and here it is, a truck that runs in and rams into the back of them, and now they're gone. So I'm sure there's a lot of pain and suffering that the family has because of that, to lose your loved one in that way. Now, the other side of that I want to look at is the driver that's involved. He didn't die in the accident. He did cause those deaths, but he didn't lose his life. But he did have to go to court. And when he went to court, he was charged, he was convicted, and the judge gave him a mandatory sentence. I don't think there was any way around it, but he gave him a mandatory sentence of 100 or 110 years. Now, this happened in 2019. Now, I want you to really think about that. This is an accident as far as it's been explained to me. As far as what I can see, a person driving down the road, they lose their brakes and they hit someone and kill them. There's no alcohol involved, no drugs are involved. It was just an accident. Now, how I see that is, do you give a person 100, 110 years in prison because they made a mistake? Because they had an accident? I don't know that I could go with that. As a matter of fact, I know that I couldn't go with that. I wouldn't be able to give someone 100 or 110 years. I don't believe I would say, because they accidentally did something and it was under these type of circumstances. When I look at what happened here, to me, it just says that it was an accident. I don't see any crime necessarily that was committed. Now, that's why I want to bring it to you. I want you to share with me what your thoughts on this are and how you would look at it. Where would you stand on this? Because 3.4 million people signed a petition saying that this guy should be able to get out of jail right now, give him time served, and let him out because it was an accident. I'm sure a lot of truckers are saying that as well, because if you're driving a truck every day and you see something like this happen and you see, man, I could lose my life. I mean, wouldn't you think again about driving that truck? If I could go out and have an accident, I lose my brakes and I hit someone, I kill that person, I could go to jail for the rest of my life. If those are the rules that truckers are playing under, that's a dangerous game. And do you want to play under those rules? So I want to know what your opinion is. As a truck driver, as a freight broker, as an everyday person, where do you stand on this issue? Is this something that you would look at and you would sign that petition, or was this something that you would look and say, hey, you know what? I understand it, but I can't, sign a petition to let someone out and they kill 4 people. I want to know how you see that. I would certainly appreciate it if you share your comments in the comment section below. and just let us know what you think. I don't know how you can go and sign that petition if you wanted to, but you might want to be able to go in and look at that article and see if you can sign that petition still, if that is something that you wanted to do. And to all of the truck drivers out there, as you can see, there's a whole lot more to driving a truck than making money, what the rate is, whether it's an FTL or LTL load. There's a whole lot of responsibility, liability that comes with driving a truck. And at the very least, you need to know about that. You need to be aware of what could happen. And so when you're aware of it, then you can kind of try and do your best to steer your way around it. Now, when it comes down to an accident like this, I don't know a whole lot that could have been done to avoid this particular accident, except for the fact that he could have gotten off on that exit ramp. Now, that's a lot to, just say, oh, you could have done this, that Monday morning quarterback type thing. You should have done this. But you don't know until you're in that situation, is how I see that. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. There are two jobs that I don't want. Number one is a truck driver. Number two is a police officer. It's just too much responsibility that comes with it. It seems as if there's no way you can win, so those are jobs that I don't want. To those of you who do those jobs, I take my hat off to you, and I wish you the very best. Until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded. Any of you who may have come to the conclusion that there's just too much responsibility for you in this truck right now, but you still want to stay in the transportation industry and you want to be able to make money without driving a truck, I'm going to leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series titled How the Load Movement Process Works. It's going to show me in the office doing what it is that I do. And also, if you want to learn more about the load board, how we use the load board to search for trucks, to post our loads, and also as a rate sourcing tool, I'm going to leave a free link right here.